are you doing here, you little louse?
Let him go.
Bridget! You'll never guess what.
Come here, Peter.
Is anything wrong? Good evening. Where do you come from? I'm from another world.
Gold? Grain? The Gessler extorts from the people. In the name of the Emperor. For himself.
I'm here to help you kill Gessler.
It was just a dream, my lord.
All we have to do now is take it to the Emperor.
Where's the gold? He said you'll know him when you see him. Hardly think that...
You're supposed to be dead. Now, is that a friendly way to welcome home your brother?
Well, I must say, for a supposedly dead man, you're looking remarkably well. The East seems to have agreed with you.
It would have agreed with me a lot more if you had paid the ransom demanded to release me from the lowest of the Caliph's prisons. Instead, I was condemned to rot, like the foulest carcass, until I managed to escape.
Oh, I paid the Caliph a great deal of money.
You did?
To kill you. Unfortunately, it seems one can't trust anyone in this world anymore.
No. Unfortunately, it is a world full of people just like you.
Including you?
I always model myself on my clever brother.
Oh, stop the flattery. If you're anything like me, you don't believe a word of it. Why have you come back here? What do you want?
An introduction to the Emperor.
Why?
So I can make my way in the world. Acquire wealth and power. Like you. You owe me that.
The first lesson in making your way in the world, my dear brother, is to realize that it's never a question of owing anybody anything, but always a question of what's in it for me.
Your enemy delivered into your hands. William Tell. Unarmed, at your mercy to do with as you wish.
I won't be merciful, I can assure you. You can do it?
I can.
My dream come true, and yours, if you manage it.
I convince him that he and I are working together to destroy you. But don't you agree it is more in the family tradition if you and I work together to destroy him?
You've modeled yourself quite well. I've studied the best. You know, I almost believe you. Welcome home, dear brother.
This grain, where does it all come from?
Stolen by Gessler. Taken in the Emperor's name and then kept by himself.
But why?
Stockpile it, so he can feed his own army when the Emperor cuts him off.
What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to give it back to the people it belongs to.
What?
I'm afraid it is true, sire. Everyone whispers about his dishonesty. But they're all so frightened of him that no one does anything about it. So, for the good of the Empire and your Highness's own reputation, I took it upon myself to see if the whispers are true. I'm afraid to say they are. My own brother is a thief.
But this is dreadful.
But my loyalty to you comes first.
If only everyone felt the same. It seems that there is no one that I can trust.
Except me.
You. Yes, I can trust you, can't I?
Completely. And tomorrow, I will provide you with absolute proof that Governor Gessler is a traitor to the Empire.
Then he will no longer be Governor Gessler, but Prisoner Gessler, with a permanent address in the dungeon.
A brave decision. And a wise one. And then, of course, you'll need a new governor to replace him.
Yes. It seems that one no sooner solves one problem than one creates another.
Someone loyal, courageous, trustworthy.
Phew. I can trust you, can't I?
Of course you can. You said so yourself.
I did? Yes, so I did. Therefore you will be governor in place of your brother. In that way, we shan't have to change the initial on the official seal.
Your Highness finds something amusing.
Just a joke between friends.
And you, what a wonderful day.
You seem to be getting on remarkably well with our doddering ruler.
I do, don't I? Perhaps it's because I remind him of you.
Speaking of me, I believe I'm owed something.
And I shall deliver him. First thing tomorrow, my dear brother. You shall have your proper reward.
So you finally came back.
I hear you thought I might be tempted by all the gold.
But you weren't.
To tell you the truth, I was. I'd rather get Gessler than get rich.
Did you see the Emperor?
I did.
You saw the Emperor?
It wasn't easy. Gessler's spies are everywhere. I told him our favorite governor was betraying his trust. Showed him the gold as proof.
And?
He is not convinced.
But what more does he want?
He wants to see you.
Me?
I'm a stranger. You know more about what Gessler has been up to over the years. If you can convince His Highness of his evil deeds...
The proof is everywhere.
His Highness has promised to imprison Gessler and grant you a pardon for all the deeds, all the crimes you're accused of.
A pardon?
You'll no longer be an outlaw. You'll be a hero.
Oh, William.
Did I do well?
You did wonderfully well.
You be there at midday?
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Nor would I.
The Emperor's in very delicate health. I had to promise him you'd do nothing to frighten him to death.
Is my reputation as bad as that?
I'm afraid it is.
The Emperor has nothing to fear from William Tell.
I know.
Until later, then.
Something still troubles you, doesn't it?
No.
It's all these years of suspecting the trap. It's a hard habit to break. You gotta trust somebody sometime. You let me trust you.
What do you mean?
Gessler is strong enough now to wage a private war. I have to see the Emperor. He's my way in. So I play along.
Please stay out of it.
Okay. There's too much at risk.
Including your life?
the very least.
But if he's already one step ahead of you...
Then I lose.
If he betrays you and doesn't help you against Gessler...
You think he will?
I don't know. I hope not.
But you still have your doubts.
So do you, don't you?
They're coming! The farmers are coming!
Don't be afraid. Come ahead. See this? 2 tons of grain. It's yours. Came from the sweat of your hands and the sweat of your brow. Take it. Full bellies this winter. It's enough for everybody. Enough for the winter. Don't be afraid. You're not stealing. It belongs to you. Come ahead. Come ahead. Take it. You're only taking back what was stolen from you.
No doubt my brother will order you and your Black Knights to be waiting in ambush.
He already has.
To arrest Tell. And me?
To arrest Tell and kill you.
He hasn't changed a bit. It will make my victory over him that much sweeter.
I've always served him faithfully. And yet he has never rewarded me as he should. I'm not sorry to betray him.
Work for me and you will be a rich man, Horst. I promise. The gold I gave... Well, my greatest admirer.
Liar! Liar! You betrayed William Tell!
Among others, shall I kill her? Oh, she's too pretty to die. Before we've had our pleasure with her, tie her up and leave her here. Until tonight, my beauty.
Bridget! 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 What's happened?
Not yet, but someday.
You.
You. In my power at last. I've lived for this moment. Dreamed of it. Look, I'm trembling with happiness. You are mine, William Tell. Your life is in my hands. And if you want to save it, get down on your knees and beg. Beg for my mercy.
Never.
Then you die.
Well, well, well.
What's this? The Empire's most august official and its most renowned outlaw plotting to overthrow the Emperor.
What are you talking about?
My revenge, dear brother.
Horst, seize him!
I don't take orders from you anymore. No one does.
I could have you arrested, but it would raise fewer questions if the two of you were shot trying to escape.
Ooh!